information, yeah. So I take my black seed oil on an empty tummy to balance my hormones. Instead of a shot of alcohol, take something that actually helps you. My lips are too dry. Let me get it wet for you guys. Okay. I didn't get up too much today. It's a Sunday. All I did was just rest, watch TV shows, got my lashes done, preparing myself for the brand new week. I just felt like I needed to detox. To be fair, I did nothing this weekend and I'm kind of happy about that. I want to talk about breaking addictions. I think I'm in a good position to talk about this because I have a very, very addictive personality. I get addicted to things so easily. And because I get addicted to things so easily, I've also kind of learned how to break addictions. Whenever I feel like, okay, yeah, you're doing too much of this, I sort of know how to go around it. This weekend, I decided to take a break off Mary J. So I'm doing a full body detox because I'm trying to get glowy skin. But I was talking to my friend about it and they were like, how do you do that? Like, how do you just decide you want to stop? I know you. And I'm like, it's quite easy. For those of you who struggle to, let's say you have addictions and you struggle to stop, I have a method that maybe you might try and it might work for you. You can break any addiction, but the first thing is you first have to decide that you don't want it anymore. And it's not like, oh, someone is forcing you to or someone is complaining about it. You have to come to that decision by yourself that, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm talking about drinking, overeating, people. So because you can get addicted to people as well. What I find works, and I'm going to use myself as an example. What I find works is the first thing you have to do is, like I said, decide you want to do it. The second thing is you have to find your triggers. So every addiction has a trigger. Right, so you don't just do these things because you love it so much, and even though people think that that's the case, but that's not the case. You do it because you're triggered. Because the fact is, anything that you do too much is harmful to you. I heard people die from drinking too much water. So anything at all that you're doing excessively hurts you. Anything that you're doing excessively has a trigger. I have found that my triggers are, for instance, when I'm in stressful situations, when I'm stressed, when I'm having stressful conversations, sometimes when I'm bored. The first thing you would have to do is figure out your triggers. Now, when you find those triggers, the next thing you want to do is replace. So for something like smoking, you can replace them. But for addictions like people or sex, you have to shut off those triggers. You have to cut them off. Sex addiction is a very deep addiction. Like that's a whole different conversation, but I'm just going to go a little bit into it. So for a smoking addiction, a drinking addiction, I don't know what it is about the mouth that there's just this thing that people just want to put things in it. I don't know what that is. Like you see a nice advertisement of Fanta, it's looking all nice and orange, and all of a sudden you want to put that orange thing in your mouth. I think it's very crazy what the mind does, like just wants you to put things in your mouth all the time. Because even with smoking, I realized that the act of smoking is not what's addictive. It's the putting it in your mouth and bringing it out, blowing it out. That's actually what you're addicted to, not the feeling. That's what I found. Because when you think about it, many times when you get that high or when you get that feeling, even if you're smoking cigarettes, whatever cigarettes do for you, it dies out really quickly. And the next thing you want to do is do that thing again. This action. I feel like this action is actually the addictive thing about smoking, right? For drinking, it is putting the thing in your mouth for, like, because it makes you feel shitty. It doesn't make you feel good, but you do it anyway. Before you cut the addiction of actually drinking, you have to stop that movement or replace that movement. I don't know if I'm making any sense. I think I have to do like a whole topic on this. When I think or have triggers, because sometimes you can't stop those triggers, I would always be stressed from one thing or the other. So when that happens, what I do is I replace that movement or the desire to take in something and bring it out, because sometimes some people's addiction is not even the fact that it's not that movement, it's just smoke leaving their mouth. They love seeing that smoke coming out of their mouth. I don't know, they really like the aesthetic of it. So what I do is, instead of taking in carbon dioxide, whatever I'm smoking in, I replace it with oxygen. I know it's weird, just stay with me. So instead of smoking in that smoke into my lungs, I breathe in air instead. And I promise you, it works. It works. So anytime I'm triggered, I imagine myself holding a suit, and I breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. And you know what's funny? That the same buzz that I get it from just breathing deeply. The only thing is it's quicker, right? It's like a quick buzz. It's crazy. One time I had an addiction. I had a soda addiction. I couldn't eat without soda. Like, if I have a meal, I have soda with it. How big that addiction was, I replaced my desire to put soda in my mouth with water. So instead of buying soda, I cleared my fridge. I didn't buy soda anymore. Anytime I was triggered to have something sweet, I would drink water. And I would drink so much water that I would be too filled to want to drink anything else. And I did that for so long, then I stopped desiring soda. So the thing is, when you do something for 25 days straight, you learn a habit. It becomes a habit. So when you're trying to break an addiction, you have to do it for at least 25 days for it to become a habit, for it to become standard. So even if you go back, it's easier for you to stop it again. If this makes any sense, you can drop a comment and I'll talk more about it. But in general, find your triggers, understand your triggers. You can't change them sometimes. Just understand it, identify them, replace your triggers. So when you find your triggers, when you identify your triggers, when you feel that way, replace it with something. So if you have an addiction for drinking, find something else to replace alcohol with. So if it's water, even if it's juice, it's better. Sex addiction is really, really hard to break. Like this one where you ignore your triggers, this one you have to stop it. You have to block your triggers. So you have to first start with your visual triggers. So for instance, in this world of algorithms right now, you find that, for instance, if you're on Instagram, if you see one booty video, your whole timeline is filled with booty videos. So you literally have to shut off your social media, cut off all your social media, and start new ones. That you have a fresh new feed. You're not seeing ass all day. You get it? So you have visual triggers, or for instance, if you have people that you're addicted to, if you have videos of them, you have pictures of them that you look at all the time, delete all of them. So sexual addiction is completely different. I'm happy to talk about that, but not today, because I don't want this video to be too long. I think that it's quite easy to break addictions only if you are serious. You've decided that, okay, I don't want this anymore. And yeah, so this week is gonna be amazing, and I hope anyone that's watching this has an amazing week as well. Thank you for watching as usual. I know I just yawned some dust, but I'm kind of figuring this shit out. Yeah, I'm not usually this boring, I promise. I'm actually a really cool girl. Yeah, good night.